Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's been a while since I've done a review on anything really. I mean, even DreamWorks. I haven't done one of these in like a couple weeks. And that's because I've had a cold and then like a 10-day cold and then like I've had somebody move in here and all that. I've been trying to get other videos done and all that. So it's been a little while since I've actually done one of these reviews. But I am back to do another DreamWorks movie review. We're actually getting very close to the end of it. Of course, though, every time I do this, there's like a new DreamWorks movie coming out. I swear, there's like 3 or 4 of them that release every year, I swear. I don't know if this is true, but I think The Bad Guys is supposed to get a sequel at the end of this year. I don't know. So far, I haven't seen any promotion on it, but that doesn't mean anything, because I know Hollywood's not been doing very good at promoting movies. Which I guess they've been doing it with sequels, but I guess DreamWorks hasn't really been talking about it much. If any sequel, really, they've been talking about Shrek 5 for any sequel, and then they had the live-action How to Train a Dragon movie, but to be fair, that one's more of a remake and not really a sequel, so, yeah. But, I'm actually here to talk about an actual sequel to a movie. Speaking of sequels, we got a sequel here. Just like the last one, which is Trolls, this is a sequel to the Croods, which, unlike the Trolls, Croods has not had a movie released, since, 2013. Where Trolls had one released in 2016, I believe. I already forgot when it released. Or actually, maybe it was before that. I don't know. I have to look back. I think it was 2016, because the only movie that released in 2015 was Home. When it came to animation. Now I know DreamWorks has got their live action movies too and all that as well. Not just their remakes of How to Train a Dragon, but their actual live action. But as animation goes, yeah, that was the only one that released that year. So yeah. But before I go any further, please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell. You guys can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. You guys can follow me over there. Also, I want to point this out too. Also, that what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. I'm trying to get to 1K subs. We're getting closer and closer. If I can get to 1K subs, I'll give you guys a super reward video. I will give you guys a heads up. It might take a little while because this is gonna be a very big video. So yeah, that'll happen when I get to 1K subs. I'll probably even have some for you guys on the journey to it, So, yeah, also, I guess, make sure you guys are still subscribed, and, also, just a heads up, some of my videos have been randomly disappearing from the playlist on YouTube. I don't know what the hell is going on, but, that's technology for you, so, I've actually been having lots of problems with it lately. Earlier, I wasn't able to text anybody or call people. It just randomly cut out. I had to turn the Wi-Fi back, or the Wi-Fi calling back on it. I don't know. It's acting very weird. And it's only getting worse. I figured this stuff would get better, but it's getting worse. But, without any further ado, though, I guess let's go ahead and actually, get into this movie. Let's talk about the Croods 2. So, interesting thing I want to point out about the Croods 2 is, I actually did get to go see this movie in theaters. I don't remember if I saw the first Trolls movie in theaters. I don't know if I brought that up. I don't remember if I saw it in the theaters. I did get to see, go to the theaters and see, I did get to go, see this movie in theaters, though. But this is actually the first one I actually saw in theaters after a long time. It really is. I did not even see How to Train a Dragon 3 in the theaters, So this is actually the first one to kind of, I saw in theaters after a long time. So I saw this with my friend Maddie. Like, we were lucky to go see this because, due to COVID, a lot of states were still closed down at the time, and some people weren't allowed to, go to, I think, theaters like this because, you sit around. I mean, you can, they were doing this thing where they wouldn't allow certain people to sit, certain distances and all that. Like, they had to be spread out, but I don't remember if it was, 2 or 3 seats off. I don't know, but it was just crazy. But we were one of the lucky ones that got to go see it. In fact, maybe I'll show you guys my friend Maddie real quick. Let me show you guys her. Here you go. This is what she looks like. It says Facebook has stopped responding. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on with this. The freaking internet is so screwed up right now. Like I said, it's only getting worse. I don't know why that is, but yeah, her name is Maddie Showers. I like her name. It's Showers, and actually, ironically, she also works at plants. Sadly, I've not been able to talk to her much. I mean, we still talk sometimes, but not a whole lot anymore. She's very busy with stuff and all that. She's actually getting married. I don't know if you guys saw the pictures here. She's actually getting married. To this person named Reese, who works in the military. I don't know if he's a guard or a medical person. I forgot. He doesn't actually fight in the military, but he goes and works there, so that's pretty nice. I know it's on Facebook. I really don't go on Facebook much, just so people are not going to probably find me on here much, because I really don't use Facebook. I actually don't like Facebook. I don't like it much. But I really wanted to show you guys what she looks like, because I forgot to download a picture of her. I figured I could show it off later, but I'm like, I can just pause the video and show it off now. But that's what she looks like. Since she's getting married, her last name probably won't be Showers anymore. It'll be something else. I don't remember, what Reese's last name is, but sometimes people keep their last names. I don't understand why people change their last names. I don't understand that. That's kind of weird to me, but but that's what people do, I guess. But like I said, I know people who didn't do that. Even my friend, one of my teachers in Hannibal, she got married, and her name stayed the same. I forgot her name. I forgot her name though. I don't remember her name. But she was one of the classmates that I think it was OT. I think she did OT. I don't remember what she did. No, it wasn't OT. Because I had somebody else that did that. I don't remember what it was. I don't know, but she changed her last name stayed the same. So, but yeah, this is something people kind of commonly do. I don't know why they do it, but that's when her last name is going to be changed. I guarantee she'll probably change it, but I'm happy for her. I just wish I could go to her wedding, but she's kind of, weddings are expensive and all that. She's only inviting her closest friends, so, I'm her friend, but I'm not, her closest friend. I mean, I'm a little upset about that, because we spend time together and all that, but I kind of get it at the same time, so, yeah. But, anywho, let's get back to the video. I just wanted to show you guys this. So, anywho, yeah, back to the video. I hope you guys enjoy me showing you off. But, yeah, we went to go see this movie in the theaters, but, yeah, sadly, though, a lot of people didn't get to go see this movie in the theaters because, COVID and all that. But, unlike the last movie, is this sequel better than the original, or is it a pile of crumbles of rock? Like Trolls kind of was. Well, I actually have to say, I actually really like this movie. Yeah, I really like it. I like it a lot. This movie actually, does something I really like. So, the thing is, though, the first movie, I will say, I liked it, but I did have my problems with it. My biggest problem with the first movie was Grug himself. He was kind of unlikable. Like, I felt like I get he was trying to protect his parent, I mean, his family and all that, and his daughter. But, you know, he was kind of a little too unlikable. In this movie, he's actually funny. Like, honestly, there are a lot of funny jokes in this movie. This movie is fucking hilarious. Like, it is hilarious. Like, it is definitely, you know, it's got that modern DreamWorks, you know, thing to it. I mean, the older DreamWorks movies were funny too, even the Madagascar ones, but like, it seems like the newer DreamWorks movies are going, you know, at least this era, is going way hard out with the jokes and the humor, and not to mention the animation. Now that's something I will say the older DreamWorks movies are not as well known for. Their animation kind of blended in with their, you know, with Pixar and all that. But this movie actually, you know, has really good animation. Like, they are going out of their way with it. They've been kind of doing that a lot. Like, they've been going, I mean, in like the last movie, Trolls, although that movie was very mediocre and almost bad, I did really praise the animation on it. How to Train a Dragon, 3 had very good animation. It was, in the hidden world and all that, and then, they've been having good animation left and right. And I really like that, But then there's movies like this that actually feel like, like Trolls, they have it, throughout the entire movie, But unlike Trolls, I actually really like this movie a lot. I really do. Yeah, I will say it probably does have some problems with it, some minor ones, but not really enough to really take the movie down. My minor problem is Guy, apparently, Guy's problem is, so they run into this family, and apparently, this family here, they don't really, care for the Croods too much. They're kind of just they kind of get annoyed by them and all that, which I will say can kind of be a little bit annoying throughout the movie, especially when they actually, the way they kind of turn it, around and all that, but I will say it's not, super annoying. I will say, this is kind of how it is with Guy, too, so Guy is, so Eve is criticizing, her this girl's parents, because Eve, let this girl out. I forgot her name, because it's been a while since I watched the movie, but apparently it was Guy's originally, girlfriend. That was supposed to be originally how it went, and then Guy, met Eve and all that, But yeah, he met Eve and all that, and they actually fell in love. That seems to be kind of something I think they kind of do, though. They'll kind of, a lot of times maybe parents will, set up somebody with somebody else, but then they don't actually work out, My parents actually did that, too, or at least my mom did, and I'm just I don't really, I actually don't even want anybody. I don't want a love interest at all. I just want to be single, but I do know they were like that, too, when I was, little and all. They were trying to, well, they weren't trying to, push it, but they were that was kind of the whole point of all that, but that's kind of how it is here with that girl, But, they just become friends and all that, and I do really I do like her a lot, too. But the thing is, though, Guy kind of does what, the whole point of the first movie. Guy, is trying to introduce them to the world and all that. And this movie, he's kind of getting on to Eve, And to be fair, though, Eve did injure. She did injure the girl in her hand and all that. Which I will say is a little bit gruesome for me, but it looks more like a balloon and not, super gruesome. But it looks all swelled up and all that. It's kind of a little disturbing, and all that. It kind of, sends shivers down my throat and my body a little bit. With the pain, a lot of people, when they see pain, that's what happens there, with sensitivity, but it's not, super, bad. It looks more like a glove balloon than anything. That said, though, I don't really like that Guy's, trashing on Eve, and all. I mean, yeah, that happened, but I'm the way he was saying and all that, it just seems kind of, kind of weird and all that, but I don't know, but but yeah, I do like how they spend, most of their time in this area, and it is very, it is definitely very pretty. I do really like it. It is very pretty. And then, and all that, and I do like, I also like that we get to see, Grug and all that, like, with this other dad and all, like, in his man cave, I guess, to get away from the trouble with the steam and all that, it's kind of interesting, yeah, because Grug doesn't want to lose his daughter. He's afraid that she's gonna move away and he won't be able to see each other again. So actually, in a way, I will say, this movie does have a lot of similar storytelling to Ice Age Collision Course. I will say that it has a lot of similarities. In that movie too, Manny was upset because his daughter Peaches was going with this guy and all that, or Mammoth, I should say, and all that, and they were they're gonna leave and all that. That's the thing there. But in this movie, they handle that concept so much better and all that, and they don't focus on it for a very long time, which I really do like. I like that a lot. I guess there's not like a super ton of similarities, but there are some in here. But yeah, I think this one does it a lot better. But I will say, kind of like Ice Age, Collision Course, they also, like I said, Ice Age Collision Course was also known to show awesome animation, especially with the purple lightning and effects and all in that movie. This one kind of, does a lot of that too, so clearly they kind of have they have some stuff in them that are kind of back and forth, it's not like super similar, but yeah, I do see that. Like they do have that whole trope of the daughter leaving and all that, and then the dad being upset about it, but and all that. But yeah, but I will say this is all so much better. I like this stuff so much better though. I also like the son. Like Grug's son and all. I like how he just like spends a lot of the movie looking out a window as like a TV or something. It's kind of funny and all that. Yeah, I don't know. There's just like jokes like this, throughout the entire movie. I will say though, another thing I like about it is there's like a villain. Now he's actually not like a super I guess he is kind of a villain. In a way, but apparently, one of the guys, took like all these bananas and was making deals with them and all that, and apparently, Grug wasn't like supposed to eat the bananas, and I mean it is this guy's fault, he should have explained to Grug why he can't have the bananas. He never explains it. He just spends the entire movie not letting him eat the bananas. So Grug and his wife, go and eat these bananas and all that, and it pisses off the monkeys, and they get sacrificed to a freaking ginormous fucking monkey. This fucking monkey is huge. Like, he is fucking huge. Like, I think he makes King Kong look very small. Because I think he's bigger than fucking King Kong. Like, he is fucking huge. I guess to be fair, I haven't really seen any King Kong movies, but I've seen clips of him climbing up buildings and a bunch of references, And like I said, I've seen clips of, the actual King Kong doing it, and this fucking monkey looks so much bigger. But I like Guy's response with the I like his response with the monkeys and all that, and trying to they're called punch monkeys, I guess, because it's really funny. Like I said, this whole movie is really funny and all, and I also like the climax of the villain at the end. I just like the way she Eve apparently has her fake peanut toe, and that's the thing the monster grabbed, and then he falls to his doom. Supposedly falls to his doom. I don't know if he's still alive or not. But he basically, that's how his demise happens. It's really funny and all, like it is. That's the thing, though. That there's just a bunch of stuff throughout this entire movie. Like I could go on and on, but I'm like I kind of want to save the movie for you guys too. But I don't know. But this movie, in my opinion, I definitely think it definitely deserves a good. Yeah, this movie is surprisingly better. Not only better than the original movie, but definitely much better than Trolls 2. Trolls 2 was boring. Like, I barely gave it a pass. Like, there was a few things I kept it from getting a bad, but it was so close to getting a bad. This one is definitely really good here. And it's also getting 120 points. Yep, 120 points. This movie is really good. Like, it is really good. I don't think it's probably my top 10, favorite DreamWorks movies, but it's definitely maybe the top 20. But that's the thing though. DreamWorks is very good at making movies, and most of the time they're very good at making sequels. Not always, but most of the time they are, as we saw in that one movie. And I hear Megamind 2 is god awful, but I'll get to that movie eventually too. But yeah, that's the thing though. This movie is just really good, and like it definitely takes a lot into it. And I hope that I hope that maybe Spirit, the sequel to Spirit will live up to its expectations. I did see the movie, but I'll do a review on that in a second. I mean later. I'll do a review on it, so we'll see how well it holds up too. I've actually done I've watched so far. I think I've watched Boss Baby, so that's actually like Boss Baby 2. That's actually where I've stopped so far. That's another reason why these are taking so long, because I'm trying to watch these movies without people interrupting me with my dad's girlfriend moving in. I wanted to get these done, so, I wanted to watch the movie so I could do reactions to them. But, that's why they're taking a while, too. But I'm actually very close to getting done with it. But, of course, this 47, though, is kind of not super accurate anymore because, there's been a few movies that have released since then, and then we had, Megamind 2. I didn't even know Megamind 2 was even going to be a movie. Even though I hear it's very bad, I'll still review it. And I didn't even know Chicken Run 2 wasn't made by DreamWorks, but I'll still review that too. But we are getting closer to the end of this, so this is actually getting very close. So I'm looking forward to be done with this so I can move on to the Disney movies. But I'll probably take a break after that, and then I'll probably go to the Disney ones. Plus, I need to I need to go buy some copies still. I could watch them on Disney Plus, but I think some of these movies aren't available on Disney Plus because, some controversial reasons and all that, or some of them are, but they're edited out. So I'm like, I kind of want to just buy the original copies, and go from there, but I don't know, but I'm getting close with that too. I'm getting close to buying all the copies. But, that said, though, I'm gonna go ahead and actually let things go from here. Or actually, no, wait, I can't let things go from here yet. Because I forgot, I actually have, something else I wanted to do for you guys. I actually do have a comment question, too. Yeah, I actually I was thinking about not having a comment question, but I'm like, you know what? I actually do want to do a comment question for you guys, because I haven't done a review, in a long time. And I kind of want to do one for you guys, because I actually thought of one. So the comment question for this one is, and this one might sound a little funny, but I want to do this here. So we're going to go ahead and do the comment question. Alright, here we go. The comment question for today is do you guys like Ice Age 5, Collision Course, or the Croods A New Age more? So, do you guys, which movie do you guys like more? I know a majority of people and myself do not like Ice Age 5, but maybe some people do, so I figured, why not do a positive, video on this, for you guys, because the next movie I'll probably do a negative, comment, because, I actually have a comment question I might have for that, too, if I can remember to put it in there. But yeah, that's the thing, I'm just curious, like, which do you guys, which do you guys prefer, the Ice Age 5 or the Croods 2? I would definitely say the Croods 2. The Croods 2 was definitely more funny, and it did things that Ice Age 5 failed at. Ice Age 5, my biggest problem was Manny was very unlikable. I didn't like Peach's boyfriend and all that. This one, guy has his problems. Like, I don't like how they handled his, his relationship with Eve. Like, with the whole, the part where they were like, the part where, Eve was, talking about being in the cave and all that, but that was a minor nitpick. It wasn't that big of a deal. The whole thing with Ice Age 5 was a big problem with me. But, just let me know in the comments below what you guys think. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and let things go from here. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do another DreamWorks movie this week. I'm gonna try to do a couple of them, maybe per week. But I don't know if I will. Normally I do one per week, but because I kind of got behind on this one, I'm kind of wanting to get done with it, So, yeah. But I will see you guys all later, alright? Have a nice day, and bye-bye.